All right, I think this is gonna be the last video of the night. We're gonna do a little bit of Bitcoin, but I'm gonna kind of stick to a higher time frame. I believe. Maybe I'll dive lower. We'll find out. So this is a chart that I'm paying massive attention to. Simply because, as I've always stated, I'm into channels quite heavily, and as you can see, just a quick recap for those who haven't seen my last Bitcoin video. Tag, 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 right? Tag. You get the point, right? There's just tags all over the place with the way these channels are set up. So, question then becomes, what now? What now? What fucking now? Well, got some good divergence going on, right? We're making, this is on the weekly time frame. Got some divergence. Price is going down. RSI staying up. Question is right now, what's going to happen? Right. So it does appear to me that we have some sort of diag kind of coming in here. Now, this could get completely screwy and, do whatever the hell it wants to do. But it does feel like we're getting some sort of a diag. I'm kind of curious if we're having a 1, 2, we're waiting on the 3rd, 4th, and fifth. Some sort of wick that breaks us down here to this bottom of this channel here. It's what I'm kind of wondering. It's what I'm feeling. Reason why I'm feeling that also is if we back out to the monthly, and this is the BLX, by the way, so she's a little slow. Here's the monthly. Here's a monthly level, right? This should be good support. As you can see, we wicked it before. Pretty damn good rejection, right? So this should be good support as we come into it. Now maybe this comes out a little bit. It doesn't really matter. Point is, I think there's going to be something here for us. And clearly the way that these channels have been in the past is they have acted as some pretty good support, at least for several, months. I mean, look how many months we sat here and tagged. Here we kind of played around. We used it as support, then it became resistance. We're mucking around a bit. My gut says that there's going to be some sort of a reaction right here, and I got another reason as to why. So let's call it 13.8, 13.9. Okay, nothing specific, terribly specific. 13.8, 13.9. I think something's going to happen here. The question is what? What's it going to end up being? The other reason why I say this, let's back to this chart. Yeah, I said crazy channels, right? I got another Bitcoin video where I discuss all of these channels. Feel free to go find it because I don't really want to dive through all that tonight. So, here with Bitcoin, I think I discussed this before, but I apologize, guys. I don't script anything. I don't prepare anything. I just go by the hip. So here we've got the, in white here, we've got the 200 MA. Okay. It held us there. Didn't hold us on the next drop. We bounced through it. We came through the next drop down to the 300 MA. Well, when we came up here, obviously the 200 didn't help us. We couldn't get it back above it. 300 didn't help us. So now the question is it time for the 400? And we kind of drill in here. And again, here's this monthly level. And I'm wondering if we're going to come down and tag this level. Put on another channel. And I was kind of saying in the other chart, it kind of felt like to me that we're looking for a 1, 2, 3 down here, 4. And maybe we get some nasty wick that brings us below the 400 MA. And MAs I take with a grain of salt, honestly, because you can, well, shit, I'm going to do a 500 MA now. I get it, right? So, just thoughts. But if we can seem to keep ourselves up higher, perhaps we have the 1 here. This is a 2. maybe this is the third here. Maybe this is the fourth, and maybe right now we're putting in the fifth, and ultimately we're going to stop. I feel that something along the lines going in here. I don't necessarily play diags. I don't screw around with them. I just wait to see what's going to happen. But to me, we're looking pretty diag-ish. So, tell you what, I'll go ahead and go into a lower time frame. I got a few different ideas of what's going on here. In case any of you guys know the GAN man, he came up with a math equation that is saying Bitcoin's going to go to 92.90. I don't discount what he says by any means, so it's possible. As you can see, the point of control is also right there, so it's possible this thing just keeps melting down. So I will say on the higher time frames, we are starting to get some upward momentum here. It's on the weekly. Monthly, the lowest Bitcoin's ever been. Crazy, right? So it's possible that we just keep slipping. Very possible. As far as my larger term view on Bitcoin, I feel something larger is going on. And, this is Coinbase, but so it doesn't have everything. I have an ETH video where I discussed, my thought process behind everything. And of course, there's two ways you can look at Bitcoin right now. And that's 1, 2, I'm going to say 3, 4, 5. Just like with what I said with ETH. I'm sorry. I don't feel that this 4 equals this 5th. I just don't. 4th is supposed to be bigger, take longer, whatever the case may be. And I don't believe that this 5th mates to this wave 1. It just feels off to me. Now, granted, you could look at this in a completely different way, which maybe I'll show you in a minute. If you look at it on arithmetic, you can kind of see that perhaps it is a 5th. Very sharp 4 when you get kind of more of a sideways looking 5, but I'm honestly not certain of it. So the count here for Bitcoin is very screwy. I've seen it counted in multiple ways. I've seen it counted as an impulse. It could be a triple diag, or I'm not a triple diag, Jesus. A triple combo getting put in play. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. I think we just need to pay attention more so to what the indicators are telling us, as far as RSI, the Elliott Wave Oscillator, things of that nature. The idea that this is a wave 4, well, it's still there, as in 1, 2, 3. I think we go into a flat because this is an impulse here. A, B, and a C for 4. It's possible. It's still possible. Until that right there, until we break that, it still could be a wave 4. I don't like seeing wave 4s go this deep. So one of my alternates that I have is the fact that, again, everybody keeps thinking, oh, we've completed a macro impulse, and now we're doing this huge correction, and I just don't see that yet. I think Bitcoin's too young. So I'm willing to say that we do have a multiple 1-2s. We go up for the 1 here. 1, we get a 2, pretty deep. We get a 1, we get a 2, pretty deep. I'm a big fan of 1-2s. I get made fun of for it. That's fine. I really don't give a fuck. I just don't think that, since Bitcoin is still so in its infancy, we have no idea what degree we're at. That's all I'm trying to say. And anything is possible. So, let's see what I got on that lower time frame. Do I have a lower time frame here? Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, okay. Keep in mind, guys, some of my stuff is like scratch pad from when I'm trading. I believe Sam just made a video. Get it posted. I have an issue here with this count, with this impulse down. I try to run it in several different ways. It's pretty nasty. You know, is it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You know, 4. The question is this impulse in? When I come in, I sit here and I measure this. And I say, okay, well, maybe this is the 1. Tiny 2. Is that my 3rd? Is that my 4th? Is that my 5th? Well, does the internal degree agree with it? So let's kind of dive down. I'll tell you what, let's think here. Let's say we get a 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could you call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for another 1? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have to be looking at it like this. Drop you down a degree. I don't know, even that seems messed up. You could then say, I'm more of a fan perhaps of calling it like this. So 1, 2, maybe the 2's here, I don't really care. 1, 2, let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So perhaps, let's do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, so there's another impulse right here. I don't really always go lower than the 1 hour, but so if we get a impulse there to here, so if we start at about 17,755, we can see that it looks like our 3rd ends here. So there's actually another degree in here. So let's bring this up. Just running through this, guys. I actually haven't looked at this yet. So again, I'm just playing off the hip. You know, when I used to watch YouTube videos, I tended to just listen, regardless of what was being said, and trying to learn something. Let's knock you down a degree. Tell you what, we're going to dive even lower. Let's get in the 15-minute. One, 2, something like that. 1. Yeah, appears we have an impulse here, some other kind of correction. Let's just kind of go with it. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. For another 1, 2. And it certainly looks like at this point 1, 2, where could our 3rd be? See, this is where things start getting a little weird. I'd almost want to say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. That's what it looks like. These are 4s to me. That looks like a 4. It looks like a flat. We come down again, and we get another 4 that it comes back to the previous degree 4, and I get a 5th. That's what it looks like. So sometimes I tend to start in the middle. The question is where to start. Where's the 1? So let's just pretend for a minute. Let's work in the middle. I like working from the middle. You got to find where your main wave 3 is, right? So now we could have a long 1, 3, 4. I mean, the 5th is obviously shorter than everything. 3rd is longer than the 1st. 5th is shorter. So the 3rd's not the shortest. That's the only rule really that we have to go by. 4th and 5th. I don't like this so much. Could it be an expanding diag to finish? You know, you got ABC, it looks like here. ABC, 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 and then, well, just a drop. Maybe it's in there. I'm not going to bother to figure it out. But, you know, do you have some sort of an expanding diag here to finish? It's possible. Just the move seems really fucky. You know, if this is a, you know, let's do something really dumb. Yeah, just a sheer drop. I used to spend time on the 3-minute, 5-minute. These days I just don't care. There's not enough money in it for me to bother to trade it. So what I don't like is the measurements. I'm not in log. And one, let's say if this is R2, it tells me that this almost wants to be our third. Maybe that, I mean, it could be that that's the third because it is in the nice little spot for it. So I guess I'll have to go with that for now. What's interesting, let's back out some more. We get an impulse here, right? We do get an impulse. I could call that a 1. We're getting some pretty deep move here. Now this is where Ethereum gets a little dirty, a little nasty. It appears that we've got an A, B. Could it be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Another nasty diag. So an ABC for a zigzag. Well, we do get a 1-to-1 to the tick like that, which is okay. I'll take it. I will take it for now. I'll take a measurement over what I think a count will be any day. Let's put it that way. Now, what I don't like here is it looks like we get another impulse, right? Look at this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But let's just go to the high. Well, look at that. We just got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 2 to the tick. So could it be maybe it's time? And for those of you who watched my ETH video, the question was, when is this larger degree thing going to come into play? I want to see this. Are we going to get that? Is Bitcoin going to give it to us? Is Bitcoin going to give it to us? Whatever this is, I'm not really worried about it. It certainly looks super corrective and a bunch of bullshit. You know, I wish we would have stopped at a golden zone or a 50 or something, but we're down 90% now. So I think we have to anchor to this impulse right here, I think is what we got to do. So it looks like she's about to come down for a little bit. So I think if you wanted to take a trade, and I might take it too, I'm going to do this for now. I'm going to see where we come down. Got some support right in there. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set an alert right there for myself. Let's see what happens when we get there. All right? Do we get a move out? Now, the count I have on Bitcoin is a little bit like Ethereum. I was thinking that we've got this low in here and a W, and then we go into a flat right here. Okay? So we should get another move up, which for a Y. That's my thought process. Now, skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want to know why this count is technically invalid. I'm going with it right now. I'm not exactly a purist. I'm still going with it simply because of what I see. But at this point, this count is actually invalid. It's not invalid with Ethereum, but it's invalid here. And here's the problem. So as you see, I'm proposing that we've got an A, a B, and a C to make our W wave, right? That's all fine and dandy. This, to me, is a flat. And the problem that gets presented is the B wave is not supposed to be more than 2 times the length of A. And as you can see, the wick really shoots us above 2 times the length of the A. So, in other words, this move cannot be 2 times longer than this move, which right now with wicks, it is. It's not a curiosity. Is it online? Let's find out. And yes, even online it is. So this is the invalidation with my count. So in all reality, again, this might be something that's actually complete. Maybe this is the low, even though we do make a new low here. Maybe this is some sort of an expanded flat. You know, again, we get a move that it certainly looks like, you know, as this pattern here. Very possible. This could be a one wave to the downside. You know, as I showed you on the larger time frames, I feel like some sort of a diag is getting put in. So it's entirely possible that this move is actually over. And this is a 1. If that's a 1, you know, maybe this is an A, and this is a B, and this is a C. We need to kind of keep our eye out for what's going on. So let's call this the ultimate, or not ultimate, but the alternate bear count. Where, man, I need a new chart. I have too many damn charts. All right, tell you what, we'll use this one. This one's clean. It's probably about time to just erase everything and start over. I love doing that. It's so much fun. So what if somehow we've had an A, B, and a C? Right now, with as fucky as the market is, it's entirely possible. This would be considered a flat, ABC. And then maybe we have had at this point a wave 1, and we're looking for a 2. That's going to bring us down. So at this point, I almost don't like the idea of this being a zigzag, because right now we've gone deep enough that I would almost consider this move here to be a flat. And then the problem is that this is an impulse. If this whole move here is going to end up being a flat, you know, and we call it a flat, and then we're going to continue to the downside, then the issue is that this move here needs to be a 3-wave move. We should have seen a nice, you know, 3-wave zigzag here, and then given us another 3-wave move. Then we would have gotten an impulse. That would have been considered a flat. I think it's important now, though, to go ahead and just pay attention to this area right here. To pay attention. If we're going to look on the bearish side, we got to pay attention to what's on the other side, right? And now the 50 and the 1272 line up. So maybe we're going to get that right there. Not for sure. I still kind of like my bullish idea a little bit better. I don't see how this move here plays as an impulse. I just don't see it. I still see no matter what. You know, if you're getting into Elliott Wave, you're trying to learn, the first thing you need to do is start calling the waves what they are. Don't call it an ABC. Don't call it a WXY. You know, you need to start calling it a double zigzag, triple zigzag. It's a flat, expanded flat, a running flat. You know, you need to try to call the patterns as to what they are. That's what really helped me when I was learning in Trade Devils. Okay. And you need to look for your 3s and 5s. Okay. Now maybe this is a 1. To me, this has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 waves in here. Okay. I see a 3-wave move followed by a large 5-wave move. Now maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we just don't simply make it. And this is a zigzag. We don't make the 1-to-1. It's possible. I'm still just, maybe I've just got too much hopium. So, but either way, it looks like to me that if this is an impulse, then we should get another little pop up here. I'm skeptical, frankly. Sam had mentioned in his Bitcoin video that I had come up with another count on Bitcoin, which, you know, is, if you look at it on higher time frames, all right, it's more of the potential still of a 1, 2. Then you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This would give us our 3rd here. And we've got some kind of a what the hell for, and we're still waiting on our fifth. That was kind of the idea. Again, this whole section is nothing but, you know, Christmas, holidays, you know, whatever, where it's just completely nasty. And frankly, this could have been the 4 here. How did I put that chart to him? Actually, let me go look it up. I sent him the chart. Sorry for the dead air. All right. Yeah, I was doing something a little kooky, a little crazy. As in a diag for a 1, come up for a 2, and somewhere along the lines 3, 4, 5. Just a little kooky. If we keep heading down, I mean, I still think it's possible that this whole impulse is just not in yet. And that's why this looks like complete garbage. So, I don't know, just something I'm kind of keeping tabs on. It's all just nasty fuckery. So don't get too caught up in it. As a matter of fact, I mean, even this right here, it looks like a 3-wave move, possibly followed by a 3-wave move with an impulse. It's a little long. Again, kind of like what I was saying with the Ethereum, it's time to just kind of kick back and wait and see. So, sorry I couldn't be really too much more help on Bitcoin. Just some thoughts, just some ideas. Unfortunately, it is really kind of either way. And frankly, to me, it's just not looking like up is the answer. So here's another idea, you know, as far as Bitcoin goes. Again, scratch chart. What if this was actually the 5th? Well, at this point, you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get an ABC, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. And here comes our diag. Right into a 1-to-1 at 12,333. Which is right here in this support level. Let's see, is that a monthly level? And this is a RIF, by the way, so. Yeah, we've got some, not exactly on the candles for the weekly level. What about the monthly level? Nope, not the monthly level. Is that a 3-day level? Yeah, okay. More of a 3-day level is where this 1-to-1 is, down at 12,300. So once again, even here, you can see that we are building some bullish divergence. Would be pretty nice if we come down, but the RSI starts holding. So anyway, I think that's all I got for tonight. Everybody, you guys have a happy holidays. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Get a DD if you need one. And take care of yourselves.